guys, welcome back to another Mayhem Athlete workout. It is gonna be a high intensity workout today. You're gonna sweat, you're gonna challenge yourself, and you're gonna be so proud when we're done. So we're getting started right now. All right, guys, we're starting the warm up here in 10 seconds, so let's get going. We are starting with 10 hops. You're gonna see Bailey's gonna be doing a version of line hops, and Brian's gonna be doing his step jack hops. Go, we got 10 of these. We wanna elevate that heart rate before our workout. Once we've done that, we're gonna do 10 versions of a squat. Bailey is gonna give me 10 typical air squats, while Brian's gonna come over to his chair, tapping his butt on the chair and standing all the way up. And once we've done those 10 air squats or squat to chair, you're gonna grab either a band or a towel from your house, and we're gonna do 10 rows. So Bailey is going to do a banded bent over row with a resistance band. You can also grab an odd object from your house, bending over and pulling that. While Brian grabbed a towel, he tied some knots in the end of it, and he's given us our rows. This is what we're gonna be doing for our workout today, so get comfortable with these movements. All right, your workout begins in 10 seconds. Let's get moving. We're starting with our version of a squat. We have 30 reps total. We are starting here in 3, 2, 1, go. We are gonna have our squat to chair as we saw in the warm up. This is a perfect variation if you don't feel super comfortable going all the way down into this air squat that we see Bailey doing. I wanna make sure if we are doing this version, we are breaking the plane of parallel, which means our hips are getting below our knees and we're coming all the way up to that full hip extension. Brian is still doing this just with a tap to the bottom where he'll just be slightly above parallel, but is still getting a good quad burner in there with these squats. You have 30 reps and the goal here is to keep moving. If you need to break about the midway point, shake out the legs, we can do that too, but this workout is going to be about speed. You'll see Brian has moved on to our next movement, which is step jacks or our line hops. We're going for 90 here. This is gonna be the midway point of our first set. And when we're done with that, we'll head over to our rows, which we also saw in the warm-up. Now, this step jack variation is very typical to a jumping jack, but it's gonna just slightly bring down the intensity. So a jumping jack being fully like this versus you'll see Brian stepping out. If this works for you, whether you have some sort of injury or that high intensity jumping jack is just painful on the joints, we can do some different variation. Bailey is almost doing what you would do if you had a jump rope. She has a specific hop over a line. You can find a crack in your grout. You can find a crack on the sidewalk. You can make an invisible line in your house. But now she's moving to her 30 banded bent over rows. She's going to take a resistance band, step on it, have a nice flat back, pulling, got it? She's gonna be pulling that up. We wanna keep our elbows nice and close to our body, squeezing. We should feel it in our lats here. And let's say that might be a little bit of a challenge for you if that's a long band. We can also drop it to where only one part of the band is there, and we're gonna do the rest of them with just one band under our foot. So that will take a little bit of that resistance off. You can also slow the tempo down if you find that it's too easy for you. So now that Brian, he's getting towards his last little set of his jumping jacks, and he's gonna be doing a similar row movement, but it is going to be towel rows. So he's taking an object from the house, which is a towel, a bath towel. He has tied knots in the handles for safety purposes, which we should all abide by at home. And he is going to be pulling himself up. This is a body weight movement, so he's having to bring his whole body weight forward, keeping his torso and his legs as flat as possible. Now, in this movement particularly, the closer that you get your legs underneath you, the easier it's gonna be. So he has his legs pretty much as far forward as possible, which is, he's doing the hardest variation of this. If he wants to make it any easier, he can bring his legs a little more underneath his torso and he'll be a little more upright. So once Brian finishes this, he'll be done with his first set and he will be resting for 2 minutes. Bailey finished up and maybe you did at home. So it is up to her and you to figure out when you start your next set. So great work, Brian. Awesome, he is rounding it out. He stopped at the 3:43 mark, so he's gonna go again at the 5:43 mark. So he's gonna rest, he's gonna work on his breathing, controlling that. Meanwhile, Bailey is gearing up to go again. Now, here is what I need you at home to do. You need to get your mindset ready because you have 2 sets of the same thing with built-in rest. The whole point of this workout is to challenge yourself. You just pushed yourself hard in set 1. Can you go just as fast or faster in set 2? And so it's all about your mindset here. Maybe you're telling yourself, that was hard, I don't know how I can do it again. That is not the mindset that you need going into set number 2. You need to say, okay, maybe I need to change up this and take a quicker second to break, and that way I can get right back to it with the high intensity. Maybe you could have pushed harder in set 1, but you didn't realize it. So play around with the different ideas and challenge yourself. That's what we're here for. We're here to get a good workout in, whatever that looks like for you. All right, so Bailey has 10 seconds. If you are keeping track and you're in line with her, you do too. We're getting started here in 2, 1, go. And then Ryan is resting just a little bit longer. If you are with him, you are resting too. We need this rest because it's going to allow us to push hard in that second set. Good job, you're going at 43. 5:43. Good job, Bailey. Now you'll notice that Bailey is extending her arms. If you find that it's difficult for you to get all the way down, you can also extend your arms up overhead just to make sure that you're keeping that chest nice and upright. I don't want to see you trying to squat like this, keeping your butt in the air. So a lot of times putting those arms up overhead will help you make sure that your body and torso is nice and straight. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. These line hops, perhaps you're kind of in the middle. You could do step jacks, but they're a little too easy. You couldn't do line hops, they're a little too much. We can do a much more controlled line hop. So just kind of here, here, here. Whatever that looks like for you, we want to find the easy medium where you're challenging yourself, but you're not having to stop rep after rep, because this whole point is to go fast, rest, and then go fast again. So here we go, making our way through. All right, we're starting with those step jacks for Brian. Bailey is closing out her line hops. Hopefully you guys are keeping pace with them. We have 2 different types of athletes doing 2 different types of workouts. You guys joining at home are hopefully feeling included in terms of you can do this no matter what level of fitness you're at. And you can always bring someone in to work out with you so you're not doing it alone. We want to be there for you as well. Bailey is finishing out this banded bent over row. It's the last thing she does, and then she is done for the day. This was a quick one and definitely sweat and challenging. Here we go. Really focusing on those last step jacks when your heart rate is elevated after you get done with those quick squat to chair. Just thinking about your breathing, breathing out, breathing in. Focusing on that can help you really push through when you want to stop. So you've come so far and you are almost done. After these, all we have left is 30 towel rows. We got it, guys. Good job, Ryan. We got almost 8 minutes on the clock. For those that are still working at home, keep moving. It's important that you guys push through to the end, especially if maybe you've seen that you're going a little slower in this set than the first set. That's okay. We're all here to just keep moving and show up for ourselves and our future selves. So, perfect job. Good work. All right, he is gonna finish out with his towel rows. If you are at home, maybe you have noticed Brian is 75. That is amazing. He is getting after this workout and he is crushing it. I do not ever want you guys to think that you have an excuse in the books that you can't do this. So find a chair, find a towel, be like Brian. All right. Good job. He is finishing out these 30. He's giving it all he's got in the last little bit here. Holding on to that towel. We're almost at the 9-minute mark. There we go. Oh yeah. No stop until you're done. Awesome. Yes, it is. Good work, guys. Keep on going if you're still moving. But we are done here. We're closing it out, but stick around for a cool down with us. You guys did so good today. I hope that you're proud of yourself. Thank you for joining. And if you are interested in joining the Mayhem family, first off, you're already a part of it just by watching this video. But there is a way that you can keep coming around and try out all the different variety of workouts that we have to offer. Thank you for joining us. Stick around for the cool down and click that button because you want to reward your body after all this hard work. We will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.